Well, what is going on, gang? Welcome back to Therapeutic Edge. Hey, it is very nice to have you here today. This is a Begg Knives glimpse. This is a Todd Begg design. I'm a huge fan of the glimpse. I wanted to show you, this is the mini glimpse. I wanted to show you the We Made mini glimpse that came out a while back. It was very expensive, but very nice. My wife has it. I don't know where it is. So we're going to go with my bigger stuff. This is the Glimpse 7.0. The full-size glimpse. You can, of course, see the lineage. And this, slightly different blade shape, is my full custom glimpse. All titanium. I love this knife. I really, really do. The glimpse is an excellent cutting tool. Let's go ahead and put the custom away. Now, this is part of the Begg Knives new budget line. Look at the way this is crowned. Really well done. You can see it's stayed true to the original design aesthetic. They do make a version of this with the fuller, with the holes, if you're interested. These are $79 right now over on Blade HQ. It is D2, steel liners, steel backspacer, steel pocket clip with a ceramic ball. They really stayed true to the original design aesthetic on these things. In fact, without the holes, this looks a little bit more like some of the older customs. This is an excellent knife. Now, the glimpse is good for a number of reasons. One, so it's hollow ground. It stays true to the original. It's hollow ground. It is incredibly slicey. It's got a nice gentle belly. It's very pokey if you need such a thing. This little tiny knife, and it is small. Let's take a look at that real quick. Tip to tail, we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a little over 7, right? You're talking about 2 3/4 inches of cutting on just at 3 inches of D2. The grip area from behind that swell is 3, but all the way to the back it's 3.5. I do need the whole knife. I do. You can come forward on this a little bit. This is more of a sharpening choil than it is a finger choil. But you can get, you won't be careful doing that, but you could. This is an old design, one of Todd's old designs, and it's brought to life really well here. A nice thick slice of that D2 steel. I mean, they really, really made this look and feel like the old expensive stuff. I like this, and I think you will too. Look how proud the liner on that liner lock is. You can get to that super easy. The action is very good. Now the blade's a little lighter than some, but you got to snap it a little bit. But it's good. This is an excellent spending of $80. Look, if you want to drop $80 on a great knife, get one of these. There's just no two ways about it. As I said, it is reasonably small. Let's do some size comparisons. Here it is against the bug out, and as you can see, the bug out is longer. So the mini glimpse is, well, mini. Here it is against, just because we just did that, the full-size glimpse 7.0. As you can see, the OG glimpse just dwarfs it. Oh, I tried to put the wrong knife away. I love this knife so much. Let's see. Here it is against a full-size Griptilian. Yeah. And for those of you just getting into knives, I'm sure you've had one of these. Here's against a very normal-sized Swiss Army knife. Yeah, that should help. I really like this new stuff. This is on ceramic bearings, by the way. I really like this stuff that Begg is doing, and I've said that. I've shared you. I can speak, watch me go. I have shared with you a couple of others in the last few weeks. At $80, this is a very competitive knife. Yeah, you can get these same materials for a lot less money from somewhere else, but you cannot get this same design. Well, you can. We'll talk about that later. But I really like this, and I think you will too. Let's take a look at how much of that D2 you're getting. Almost 4 millimeters. Right? It is a nice thick slice of D2. It is milled here, right? You've got a bevel on this side, right? You've got a lovely hollow ground on this side. The line is beautiful. The accuracy and consistency that these more budget-friendly Begg knives have been made at is really nice. The steel liners on the inside are not milled. Remember, every step costs money. I understand why they would do that. I sort of wish they had, though. It's got that traditional, right, sort of thick, chunky backspacer. If you don't like the glimpse in any of its forms, you're not going to love this one. If you do like the glimpse in its various forms, you're going to love this. Let's go ahead and weigh it. Oh, I suppose I should let that zero before I do that. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. Hey, don't judge me. You don't know. 4.2. Yeah, it's kind of heavy considering it is a, what did I say, 3-inch blade? Yeah, but that's because of the unmilled liners and this really heavy piece of steel back here. But what that ends up giving you, for whatever it's worth to you, is a very satisfying grip in hand. That little bit of extra weight, at least for this knife in particular, makes it just feel good when you're holding on to it. This swell back here, so it's a 3-finger knife for me, basically. Makes it feel really controllable, right? You can draw cuts this way. It is, as I said, very pokey if you need it to be. The hollow grind makes it an excellent slicer. You can get a lot of the blade down on the table before the handle hits because of that sort of gentle belly, that sweep. I like the glimpse, as you can tell, and this is of all of, well, okay. Interestingly enough, the glimpse and the budget Quaken here are my two favorites of their new budget line, because these are two of my favorite knives of all time. For different reasons, of course, but still. If you've wanted a glimpse but didn't want to spend the money previously, here is your opportunity. And I would get one. Yep. The bevel is beautifully done on both sides, very even, very accurate. The grind is even and very accurate. Blade is dead center, which is very nice. Ceramic bearings make it very snappy. I think it's a great knife, and I don't think you're going to go wrong. There'll be a link in the description if you want to get one for yourself. If you have any questions about this or any of my knives, feel free to ask down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. We'll see you next time.